Plato's Republic also, they talk about how the
Oh, right.
citizens should be convinced that they have been gestated underground, and there's like a political thing there and everything. But yeah,
Wow.
interesting. Yeah, yeah.
I've not read any Plato. I mean, I know the allegory of the cave, but I definitely have not read the Republic.
Mm. Let's see. And the whole episode turns around the prince when he claims the trauma wound, the nail. It's like he finally becomes conscious of the lack. Looks like it's all here. I thought you had. Oh, sorry. That was number three. And the number one, the character who turns out to be who turns from old woman to beautiful maiden can be seen as the body. The prince
Hmm.
pulling. Oh, I think you didn't mention this just now. The prince pulling the nail halfway out of the wall is
Oh, right.
actually, yeah, this is good. Is actually a sign of his wisdom and maturity. Or do you want to go off on that? I don't have to read it, but it's
Yeah, I could probably go off on that.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think the first time we read it, I was talking about like, oh, he still doesn't quite trust. He doesn't quite trust. He's listening to the bear, but he's like, "Old woman, you're not going to fool me. Why are you lying to me?"
Yeah.
Um, and and so I was the first time I read it, I was sort of like, no, I don't know about this prince. He seems like he hasn't quite matured yet. And then I, on sort of the second going over it, I realized that the first time he pulls the nail out, he pulls it out all the way out super quick,
Yeah.
and he has it in his hand and he runs off. So
Right.
there's this urgency and there's this kind of young, immature kind of callowness to the whole thing, and he immediately runs into a monster, which I do think we talked about. But
Yeah.
what I didn't realize is the second time he's being very deliberate. He gets the nail off the ground, puts it in the wall, you know, sees where they are, and then takes it halfway out. And whenever you're dealing with trauma or suppressed emotions or anything, you really want to go about it slow. Like you don't want to rush things, because the there's a lot of energy in the emotions that are trapped inside, and there's also a lot of energy suppressing them. So a lot of us are walking around with this like kind of locked in energetic stronghold thing inside of us, where
Yeah.
like the initial expression is wanting to be expressed, and the shame or the anger or the freeze response or whatever it is
Mm.
that's responding to that initial expression is also like active at the same time. And so
Yeah.
if you're like, I'm just gonna let this go, oftentimes it will be very explosive. You gotta titrate is the word. So it's like a little bit at a time, little bit at a time. I think it's a chemistry term or something.
Mm.
It's about like if you have a very reactive mix that you're doing, you want to just do like one or two drops
Mm.
at a time,
Makes sense.
so that it has a time to actually, the thing that the drops are going into, so that the mind that is contacting the suppressed emotion is able to just take in a little bit, and
Mm.
then understand, okay, this isn't dangerous, okay, and that kind of communication happens between the two parts, and then it's a little safer. But if you try and
Yeah.
go at it all at once, then it's not. So we see the prince doing the same thing with the nail. He pulls it halfway out, he looks, he sees, oh, this is half old woman. So the part of him that thinks it's an old woman is able to be like, yes, I'm
Mm.
validated. And then the part of him that realizes, oh no, this is actually the missing part of my soul, is like, oh yes, oh, I see, I'm able to see the distinction. I'm able to see the illusion I was operating under. Um,
Yeah.
and then he's able to take the nail all the way out, and they destroy the nail together. So it's like he no longer needs that. And the first time, even though he ran off with it, he still kind of needed it. Like it still existed in the story. It was still necessary for the story to move forward. And once he's able to have that moment of seeing the false reality of the split and the true reality of the marriage, the joining that's possible, he doesn't need the nail anymore, because the two opposites are able to relate to each other in like a really a healthier way than when he was trying to escape one and go take the other one, you know, in a rush.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really good. Yeah. And that seems, yeah, rather than he's suspicious, or I was thinking you could say he's like, he just, yeah, he has his head on his shoulders and he's kind of watching to see what's happening. He's not sort of blindly rushing in, or he's not blindly, okay, I have the solution now, let's just do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And maturity seems the right way to label that immaturity versus maturity rather than like bad and good or something like that. That seems, yeah, when you're mature, you have your eyes more open and you're watching to see how things are going as you're doing things. And yeah, you're not overly eager and all that. Yeah, that seems really good.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for bringing that up because I had completely forgotten about that part of it.
Mm.
But yeah,
Do you still
uh,
have energy to do the other story?
I mean, I do, but I don't know if we want to put it on the same recording.
Yeah, we can yeah, this has gone yeah, we were thinking this might go 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah, do you want to we'll stop this one and do the next one on the Turnip by Brothers Grimm.
Yeah, let's do it that way, and then people don't have to try and digest all of it at once.
Yeah, sounds good.
So yeah,
Okay,
all right.
thanks.